Amazon has made a huge change to God of War, and if you were excited to see Ryan Hurst as Kratos, you might want to sit down for this because Dave Bautista is officially the new Kratos. Yes, Dave Bautista, the same man you knew as Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, is now stepping into one of the most iconic roles in gaming. And the crazy part, Ryan Hurst has already filmed 4 full episodes. So why did Amazon replace him? And most importantly, is Dave Bautista actually the right person to play Kratos? Let's talk about it. Let's start with Ryan Hurst because this wasn't a situation where Amazon just simply decided they didn't like his performance. Ryan Hurst was originally announced as Kratos back in January, and he had already put some serious work into transforming himself into the role. He gained 40 pounds of muscles to prepare to play the God of War, but in late June, while filming the series, Hurst suffered a bicep injury during a stunt. The injury required surgery, and the doctors say full recovery could take up to a year, way too long for a production that was underway. So Amazon and Sony made a call to recast Kratos, and that's where Dave Bautista comes in. Dave Bautista is officially taking over the role, and honestly, when you think about it, the casting actually makes a lot of sense. This is a guy who already has a physical presence. He is a former professional wrestler, and he played Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy. He has done action movies, but most importantly, Bautista has shown over the years that he can act. And that's important because Kratos isn't just an angry man who walks around smashing things, especially the version of Kratos we are getting in this series. This is an older Kratos, a father, a man who is trying to control his anger while raising his son. So the actor needs to be able to communicate that quiet, intimidating presence without constantly screaming. And that's exactly one of the reasons why Bautista could work. But here is the problem. Ryan Hurst has already filmed 4 episodes, and Amazon can't just say, okay, let's put Dave in from episode 5. They are restarting all over again. No footage from Hurst is being reused. Every single scene gets reshot from scratch. It is expensive and it is time consuming, and it's already pushing the production to restart mid-October in Vancouver. But honestly, I feel bad for Ryan Hurst because imagine spending months preparing your body for one of the best and biggest roles of your career, getting injured while doing an actual job, and then losing the role because your recovery is going to take way too long. That's gotta hurt a little bit. Now here is where things get interesting because fans are already debating about this. Some people were really excited about Ryan Hurst, especially after he shared a shirtless transformation photo online that a lot of fans said looked better than the Amazon official first look image. Others are looking at Bautista and saying, wait, that is Kratos. And I can understand both sides. Ryan Hurst had the look and he had the intensity, and fans had already started imagining what he could do with that character. But Bautista has something else. He has that physical intimidation factor immediately. You don't need to convince the audience that this man can fight gods. He has also developed a reputation as a much more serious actor than people initially expected. So I am not mad about this casting at all. Actually, I think Dave Bautista could surprise people a lot. Production is expected to restart in Vancouver in mid-October with Bautista taking over as Kratos. The show already has some pretty serious names attached to it, including Mandy Patinkin as Odin, Ed Skrein as Balder, and Teresa Palmer as Sif. The series is based on a newer God of War games and follows Kratos and his son Atreus as they travel through the Norse world while dealing with gods, monsters, and grief, and their complicated relationship as father and son. So now the big question isn't whether Dave Bautista can look like Kratos. We already know that he can. The real question is, can he make us believe that he is Kratos? Because that's completely a different thing. Personally, I think Dave Bautista has a real shot at making this thing work. But seriously, what do you think? Were you excited about Ryan Hurst as Kratos, or do you think Dave Bautista is actually a better choice? Because let's be honest, the internet is about to have a lot to say about this one. So let me know in the comment section, Dave Bautista, a yes or no as Kratos? And if you want to know everything that's happening with Amazon's God of War, make sure to subscribe because this show has already made more drama behind the scene than some actual TV show. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.